Good morning. Good morning. Everything's set up real quick. All right. So, man, things are looking good on my trade on SOSX. So, this morning, this is where we're sitting on the NQ. All right. So, let me explain a little bit about what was going on this week. One, the CPI news was released, right? It was underwhelming. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to short the market. Yesterday, I actually was watching and I saw this little pattern set up here, which kind of got me tripped up. I actually ended up entering my trade when the market was right here. It had double tapped these levels, one, two, three, four. Then on the fifth time, it ripped, and I was like, no, okay. And I entered SOXS on this trade, right? So SOXS, I'll show you that in a minute. And I held through some pain. I was down 74 cents. I gave it a dollar on these shares that I had. I got 377 shares. Gave it a dollar, and I was like, okay, well, just stay within a dollar. And then this is when the news dropped. I wish I would have waited till up here to add. SOXS was down at $19, and I was like, but my average price is 19.74, which is coming closer and closer as we move down. Um, Now over here, during the nighttime, it continued to trade. I saw these levels and I set out places that I would definitely be getting out. So up here, this is this bold line. I was like, look, if it hits this 2,500, I'm getting out immediately at market open and just cutting the loss. It'll be right around like maybe a $250 loss or something like that. But it came down, it made lower lows, and today I'm gonna have to recalculate where this line will move to, where I would be like, okay, this is gonna be my all out. Do I want to set it at 2,450 up here? Do I want to set it somewhere nearer? But if I go into the green, I'm probably about 20 cents from the green. But looking for a breakdown here, the target on this trade was down here at 2,300s, which is easy for this one to do because it does have an ATR of 300. The NQ has an ATR of $313.65 per day. So I was like, okay, this thing can definitely make this move down here. This is only $100 move from 2,400s down here to 2,300s, especially if it has very unbullish news or not as bullish news catalyst. And that's what the CPI was yesterday. They were like, yeah, the interest rates, everything, it's not great. It's not good. It's just there. And so I was like, okay, that sounds like some pretty bearish news as I was reading the CPI article or whatnot. And we're getting this bearish move, and all I'm looking for is this breakdown to this 2,300, and from there, I'll probably make one of these bottoms like one of these bottoms will be my new out, but we'll have to see what happens. This one's been tested twice or three times actually back here. One here, two, three. Looking for that break, and that will probably become this line. So if it comes back above that, just go ahead and jump out. But if I go into profit, like I said, I'm going to be taking profit on the way down to 2,300. So yeah, that's the trade. I did hold overnight. I had news. Now, the last time I held overnight, the news that I held was against me. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so after, sometimes when you read something and then you come back and read, you be like, that's not good. Why am I in this? That it was that type of moment. The other thing is the last time I held overnight was when I woke up, I sold because it had crossed my all out level. I sold, and then I came back later on in the day and saw that the shares were still active. It was still a live trade, and that really damaged my account. But anyway, let's jump over here to XOXS to see where we are right now. I don't know why Charles Schwab is messing with the P&L. I have an average position of $19.74, but they're saying I'm down 966, which is false. I'm down only 20, almost 20 cents, right? And so a break over 1975 on green, which is right up here somewhere. Yeah. 1975. So I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know. It's their calculations, it's off, but I'm definitely not down 900 something bucks. But since the open, I'm up 70 something. So we'll see if it goes ahead and breaks over that 1975 for me today. And look for the NQ to continue to break down, which I love this pattern setup. Came up here, tested the ATR low, bounced off of the ATR low hard into an indecision candle, and then they started making their decision and it started moving downwards. So all I want to see is just lower and lower lows at this point. Now if it pops up, that's what the recalculation of this level is going to be. Trying to but it's definitely won't be this high. I'm gonna go ahead and remove some of these because I'm definitely not holding all the way back up there. That's crazy. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna make it the previous ATR high right here, which was the 2,450, and let it play to the downside and see how it goes throughout the day. The other thing is this is a long weekend, so I know that there's probably going to be a little bit heavier selling this weekend than most weekends because most people don't like holding over the weekend. So I'm like, I got that in my favor, and I got the CPI coming out very anticlimactic, and that was my logic right there. But we're gonna see what happens today. Let this thing play down. It did cross my levels down here. This was like, okay, if it crosses these lines here, I'm in the green. Below, I kept saying yesterday in Discord, 2,400. That's what I'm looking for to break down. And so it ended up breaking that down, and I'm just waiting now, waiting for it to confirm lower highs because right now it hasn't opened. The opening surge hasn't happened, so we don't know if it's going to pop back up here to 417. We don't know if it's going to pop back up to 2,400 or if it's just going to dump down. Now, I'm in favor of just dump down. Just dump, you know, because I'm already in the trade. I got 10 cents and then I'm green. Literally over here on XOXS. 10 cents to this line here and I'm in the green. But we will see. So my target yesterday was $20. But what I think I'm gonna do, since I held through some pain anyway, I want to make sure that I don't end up giving this thing too much freedom. So I'm gonna actually reduce size if I see weakness in this zone between 1975 to $20. I'm gonna reduce size from that 377 down to probably probably about it just depends. It depends. It depends. I would say 250, but I don't know. We'll see. I want to kind of reduce size, especially coming back up here green, holding through all of this yesterday. This thing came down yesterday, and I got in stupidly up here at 1975 because I was just getting ahead of it. I was like, man, the news coming out, I think it's going to be underwhelming. It did come out underwhelming, but look where it dropped to from 73 all the way down here to 1915, really 19, well, not really $19, but 1915. And then it started rallying up, and I was like, oh my gosh, whatever. Sometimes that happens, but we'll see today what happens. 10 cents away from that 75 though, or 9 cents away from the profit. It is 8:10 right now, waiting for this recalculation because this is completely wrong. This 947. Let's dump NQ. Let's get it. Let's see that red. Where's the blood in the water? Right now, SOXS has only 1 million shares traded on it. SOXL, red on the day with 3 million shares traded on it. Look at this one. I like this look. I love this look. Just go on down, buddy. Just go down. 35, 37, It did pop back off of this 36, 37 for XOXL. So I have to watch it to see what it does down there if it goes that far. But if the NQ starts dumping for real, it might just spray through that 36, that 36.50. And I'm loving all of these wicks. I love all of this. Dump, baby. Dump. 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 All right. But yeah, we got about 15, a little bit over 15 minutes to the bell. I'm just going to be watching this one today, making sure it doesn't rip back up here to really, to be honest, I'm probably going to move it even lower than this, but I'm looking for another high to confirm itself as resistance. Right now, we just got kind of like a move off of this level of the 400s, and I might actually end up putting it at this 400 level right here, actually, because it tested here, and if it breaks these lows, then we can get some momentum going. But as of this point, it's got to break this 2,000 or 20,350 first. And then I'll look to move into this range that I was had green line from yesterday. But we shall see. Buyers, can you hold against the news? Is the question. SOX says less than 9 cents now from profit. Yeah. Wait, it's open on Monday? I thought it was Columbus Day this Monday. Am I tripping? Oh boy. Hold up. Let me look at the US. What? Why did I think it was Columbus Day coming up? Stock market holidays. Am I tripping? When is Columbus Day then? Monday. What is this? Monday, October 14th. October 14th. June. Thursday, June, October. Oh, maybe I'm tripping. Independence Day. No. When is Columbus Day? Monday, October 14th. Will the markets be open? Will markets be open on Columbus? Columbus Day. Oh, snap. It is going to be open. I wasn't wrong about the holiday. I knew it was a holiday coming up. I was just wrong about the market being closed. Okay, let's jump over here. I'm seeing TWG. If y'all are seeing that, y'all small cap folks that are already in small cap positioning or trying to get into a position, TWG. Let's look through that. It's 125%. It's you said Donnell says it's a Chinese stock, strange price action. TWG up after offering. These are some of the moments I don't get it. I've been sitting on my hands for the most part. Hey, sometimes it's got how you got to play it. Let's look at TWG real quick before market opens. TWG. All right. So Top Wealth Group Holding Limited announces pricing of 10.8 million public offering of ordinary shares. This is a very low float from what I'm. Or no. Let me see. Where'd it go? Oh, it crashed under five. That's why it disappeared off my scan. So it came up to five real quick and then went down. Okay, so let's go look at Yahoo TWG. Ooh, look at this news report. So earnings are coming up. JP Morgan's profits fall 2% despite investment revenue boom. With the interest rate cuts, they're still not doing as great as things are expected. So, what does that mean for the markets? Will we get to move down? But anyway, let's look at TWG. As these banks are doing their earnings today, some of the banks, and then some will do something next week. But we're just seeing the opening sentiment of what's going to be happening in the market. All right, so let's go to profile. Let's go to, let's see, Top Wealth Group Holding Limited provides caviar and caviar-based gourmet products in Hong Kong and internationally. The company trades in caviars and offers its products under the Imperial Crystal Caviar brand name. It serves food and beverage related distributors. The company was founded in 2009. See, this is why I don't like some people will go and trade something like this without looking at anything. They trade specifically on price action. I'm like, how? I just don't have the heart. I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta come and read something. Let me know something about this. Because we've seen these types of companies do crazy stuff all the time. Yeah, sure, there's a little bit of opportunity, but the risk though. I mean, it's like playing Russian roulette. It's like, bro, this is not what we're looking for. Coming up here, 66. Can we get a break of these highs of 1970 is where I'm looking. 1970. And yesterday I had wanted to put my first stop at 1925, but it just kept, it was so shaky around 1925. I was like, man, this thing will come down and stop me out. So I just went ahead and placed a hard stop down here at 1899. And it stopped here and started going up on me. So I was like, okay, whatever. And the news dropped around here. So I really should have waited for that news. But the only thing is, if I would have waited, it was like a lunchtime news catalyst, like right around 11, going an hour before lunch, and then the news dropped, and it just started rising. So I was like, I hate it. All right, so right now, man, I can't wait till this thing recalculates. I'm only down a couple of cents. Let's see, 377 minus, let's just say 8 cents. So 377 times 8. 377 times 0.8. So right now around $30 in the red once this thing recalculates. But it's 818. Looking for this thing to move on up. Once it breaks over 70s, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty clear. I want to see where the ATRs come up, and if it can just rip straight through the ATRs, that would be beautiful. NQ is continuing to move down as well. So look at this beautiful, beautiful pattern coming into this level. Now I told Mike D yesterday, man, I feel the money coming. I feel it. But you know, at this point, it was pain. It was pain, pain, pain. And I was like, oh my gosh, I might have made a horrible mistake. But we're gonna see if we can continue to move this on down, especially if it goes down and makes a new level down here. I'm definitely gonna be moving my stop to break even. And letting it play from there. But it could open up and pop up just to kind of fizzle some people. Right now, it has the most volume was traded right here at the 2,389, which has become the point of control right here. And so, yeah, it could pop back up here and test this level, but you know, as long as it stays below, you know, 416, 400s, I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Ten minutes left. I remember the last time I was holding during the nighttime I was watching. So the NQ continues to trade. It takes a break from for me. I'm on CST Central Standard Time, and it takes a break from 4 o'clock to 5, and then it starts trading again after 5. So I was looking at it, and it was just making its way up. I mean, it was aggressively making its way up, and I knew in the morning I had already passed the point. I was like, sell, sell, sell. I put so many sales in. I was like, yep, get me all the way out of there, and didn't work. Didn't work. And I made sure I was within TOS's trade time too. So they don't allow you to trade until 7 o'clock, I believe. 7 o'clock. In my time. But when it hit 7, I put my orders in and got out of there and came back, and I was devastated. I was like, no, well, I wasn't devastated. I was just like, how did I make this mistake? I never make account mistakes like that when it comes to closing out positions, because I don't want to be, you know, holding 300 shares or something like that and just letting it play. Because that day I let it play all the way to lunchtime. That was 4 hours of it just in the market moving without my knowledge. And I was like, crazy. But yeah, I think it's gonna have a little bit of a pop back up before it tries to go down. So I think I'm safe putting my stop up here at the 450s just to give it room to do what it's got to do. But I just want to see it back green though, for sure. Any other news on today though? Let's go look through here. News, Nasdaq. All right, so JP Morgan. Okay, so JP Morgan put out their earnings. Wells Fargo put out their earnings, and BlackRock. Ooh, I'm gonna look at all of these actually. JP Morgan, we know they're down 2%. They got let's see what this one's talking about. Earnings announcement for Wells Fargo. Earnings per share. Percent surprise. Fiscal quarter. Yearly earnings. Okay. Number of estimates changed. So it says that 2024 fiscal QE September 24 down. So that one's down as well. Let's go look at the other one. BlackRock. Y'all down too? Y'all down in the dumps? All right, let's see. Down. All of them reporting downward movements. Nice. All right, so I expect the market to be great and make me great. We'll see though. Seven minutes to the bell. I really don't want this thing to dump until the open though, because I'd rather people get in position than it dump before the open. They're like, well, maybe it'll stop and it just keeps going. I guess that would be good for me if it just keeps going, but I don't know. I really want people to just get some buyers in there so they can kind of get pushed down. Give it a little bit more gasoline. But I mean, it's already got the news catalyst. The banks have already came out and said they're down. Wells Fargo, BlackRock, and BlackRock is a huge one. JP Morgan is a huge one. So for them to be down on a Friday dropping this news, I'm just like, and it's not a long weekend. Correction, not a long weekend. Donnell corrected that. I was thinking, I knew it was a holiday coming up though, but I forgot Columbus Day. We're still out here trading, selling into new waters. Ooh, go ahead and do it. You know you want to. I feel that you want to. Feel it in my soul and in my spirit. Look at that. Drop, drop, drop. Do it. Just do it. It's gonna make me wait. We got 5 minutes till the open. All right, there's the 360s breaking down. Can it hold it down though? Right back above it. Let's go look at XOXS. We are almost into the 70s. So it's got a double top right here, 1970. And the bottom of this candle is 1964. We are now 5 cents away from profit. 3 minutes left to the opening bell. Drop, drop, drop. Big drop, big drop. Take some lives with you. Big drop. Let's do it. Big drop through 350. Just imagine the people that you're trading against doing this. Be like, yeah, yes, make this move. They're like, yeah, I'm already. Ooh, look at the drop straight through for 350. Let's go. All right, so we got the drop through 350. Let's see the reaction towards the open. We have 4 minutes until the open. Keep going, baby. Drop 330s. 330s real quick. Come on now. You got this. You got your momentum going. 340s. Can we see 345? Not exactly. Okay. They caught it a little bit. They caught it a little bit. But I do like that bearish movement there. Or maybe they didn't catch it. I don't know. 2 minutes left. Come on, baby. I'm at 1971, 4 cents away from profit. Here's the 45s. Come on now. Go ahead and break down those 40s. Big moves, big moves, big stepper. Into the weekend. Let's go. All the banks doing bad. Let's go. Nah, I'm playing. Oh my goodness, there's the 40. Tap 40 right there. I'm over. I'm in profit now. So now this is going to recalculate. Like I said, I was not down 898 bucks or whatnot. We're going to see the recalculation here. I'm in profit. Got a minute 40. We're going to see the recalculation right now. Since the open, I'm up 143. But that's because I was in the red. So it kind of showing what happened. But yeah, there's a 79s. Can we get a break into the 80s? And I would love to see this thing just grind higher up to the 20s today. I don't really care about it just running to the 20s, but if it does, I'm going to go ahead and lock some in for sure. But minute 13, should see the recalc. 80s getting hit. Come on, big boy, keep pushing. Yes, keep pushing. Big stepper. 81. And this is why I say you don't have to trade the market. You can trade inverses. They're a lot cheaper. This thing's 19 bucks and it moves very strongly with the market. So I'm like, man, why not? Right? 30 seconds left to this recalculation and I'm already up. So my entry was 74, so I'm up almost 10 cents. We'll see if it continues to push. We'll see the new ATRs here in a minute. 19 seconds. Ooh, pop to 83. Come on, get those 90s up there. All right, about to get the open. Will it recalculate? Did it recalculate? It didn't recalculate, did it? All right, popping down there real quick. Let's see if we can pop to these highs here. 1998. And I'm going to get ready to let these first 30 minutes play out and see if the NQ wants to continue to push down. I don't know why it's or maybe this can be my profit because only 10 cents on 300 shares would be like 30 bucks. So this thing's needs to recalculate actually. I might close my system and open it back up. It needs to recalculate because something is definitely wrong. Let me close this and see if it'll recalculate real quick. I want to know what my actual profit is on this trade because I don't know yet. And I don't feel like calculating it from the entry price. right, let's see if it recalculates correctly. Jump over. Okay, get me in there. All right, there we go. All right, so it did have a little bit of a pop up. I'm not worried about this little move down, especially with the NQ looking like it is right now. I'm Gucci. I would definitely hold this one. It did not recalculate. P&L open. I'm only down 10 cents. Interesting. I'm scared to sell. Popping up just a little bit, but we are not worried. So on the NQ, I was looking at this. As long as it stays under, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make the move here. As long as it doesn't come all the way back up here to 2,400 something, I think I'm okay. This bottom did not actually get to the level that I was looking at. So we'll let this one close, give it the first 30 minutes and see what happens. But I'm definitely not going to allow it to come back up here against me. So I'm going to activate this one, move this down, move this on down here into this previous level of, actually, I'm going to get rid of this one. Get rid of this one, get rid of this one, and move this down. Oh my goodness, I didn't want to duplicate it. Activate. Oh my gosh, just activate. There it is, dumping on down there, looking quite good. And yeah, just don't come back up here to 400s basically. But it is dumping towards that 300 mark, which is what I was kind of stalking today. Close that and then go back over here. SOX should be pulling on back up now. First 15 minutes, I always let those play out no matter what, and then make decisions after that. But yeah. This one did a low down here to 1950s, which was a super struggle point yesterday. I was like, could 1950s just hold? Just hold. That's all I was wanting. And it wouldn't. Uber is up quite a bit, 5% on Uber. Threw a big wick out here to 83s, 83.41. Wicked back in here. I don't know their news catalyst. They're up 5% though. I also see Zena, ZE. Let me flip y'all over here. So here's what the scan's looking at like right now. Small cap gappers, TWG, 111%, Zena 68%. We got Uber up here, DJT, and we'll see what happens with those. So TWG right now did throw a little wick up there to 5, but now it's below 5. And we saw that it had really weak news and was a Chinese stock. Zena though, let's look at Zena. Z-E-N-A. Zena. Press releases, apply. Why isn't it taking me to, here we go, Zena Tech. Okay, so one day ago, Zena's Zena drone announces the launch of a IQ nano drone for indoor use in warehouse distribution and plant facilities. That reminds me of those movies like iRobot and things. They have these big drones that are flying around facilities doing security work and stuff like that. It always reminds me of that type of stuff where you're in there and maybe you shouldn't be or maybe you should, and there's a drone chasing you through the facility. Back over to XOXS. Have we pulled back up yet? Pulling back up. Want to see it recapture that 1975, basically. And NQ continues to look nice and bearish. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful push down. Look at this. This was my first target level, 20,300, which is coming into play, but I'm going to give it time. This is momentum, so I don't want to be selling immediately once it gets down here. I want to see it slow down and find a resting point. Hopefully its resting point will be, you know, maybe even down here, 20,200s or something. But I'm just going to let it kind of decide. I don't want to get out of the flow of the ocean right now. but only $15 away. And remember, the ATR on this thing is $316. So it opened up right back here, 364, and it moved down to 324s, 320s. So that's only $40. It still has room to figure out what it wants to do on the day. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So we're looking good on that one. Um, what else we got? TWG back over there, just kind of biding its time with 26 million shares traded on it. ZENA came up there, broke ATR highs, which was 297, but did not want to stay up there. So yeah, that's the thing. Okay. But nice trade done there on ZENA. Got to be quick on them. Definitely got to be quick. So basically the way that my scans are set up, this small cap scanner is going to scan all small caps, and if they're gapped up, then they'll show up here. And if they have the volume, so I'm looking for at least 10 million shares traded. I'm not looking for a million, 2 million, any of that. All the things that you'll see me trade are over 10 million. There are people there, and they are making moves. You feel me? 5 million too low. 8 million too low. 10 million, ding 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 ding, and it has to be 10 million within the within my time frame to trade, right? Except for XOXS, this trade I was like, I got news behind me, man. Let's just do this thing. All right, but waiting and watching for this thing to just continue downward. Now the NQ itself, if we look back over here, NQ itself is already below the ATR low. QQQs are not below the ATR lows now yet. They would have to break down the 990 or the 490s, and then the SPY, which follows both of these, is up here. So I'm thinking that if the NQ continues to dump, the SPY is going to go ahead and pull down, break down this 576 level, and we'll see a continued move. I want to see all three of these big ones going below ATR lows, proving that they all want to be bearish. And so I'm giving them time to do so. Back over here to XOXS though, did a bottom here at 1949. Looking for it to just pull back up here to the 75s at some point, but we'll see. We shall see. QQQs making its way downtown. Yes, sir. Go ahead and break down. You get under there too. Yep, there goes the Qs. Getting under the ATR lows. Come on, baby. You got this. Go ahead and push out. Break down, all of you. My children. Let's go back over here to NQ. Still have not tested down yet. All right. Well, y'all already know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm into. I'm not going to be trading anything else. I'm looking to exit this trade today because I don't want to hold over the weekend. I'd rather just have my funds ready for next week. Or let me think. Do I want to? It depends. It depends on where this thing goes. If it wants to go back up to 1970, dope. But if it wants to pull back up and cause me issues, then I'll go ahead and get out. But at this point, I'm gonna need to see this thing touch 20,300 before I make any decisions. And at 20,300, I could be looking at this as a possible stop out. 20,360, but that's not confirmed, so I'll leave that as a white line. and see if it can make a lower high than this level. Now the previous volume, all the volume was traded up here at 20,391. I want to see this volume move down. I want to see people more interested in it moving down than coming back up here to 20,000, right? And I want to see some liquidity grabs if possible down to the downside to continue to drag this volume profile down. But at this point, it's only 5 million shares traded on SOXS. So, it's kind of just chilling around the 1950s again. Not really doing a whole lot. I really am wondering about this whole 900 thing because I'm definitely not down that much. Down only 20 cents now. Looking for that nice pullback. But we'll let it play out. Previous level 19s, then it started to hold the 1916s, then it started to hold the 1925s. Now it's up trying to hold 1950s again. So we want to see some very strong buying if possible. But it may have to confirm. Most of the folks that are going to be coming in with a lot of money are going to be looking for that confirmation. And so they may need to see it come back up a little bit before it continues to head down. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but I definitely don't want to see it back over 400s. Anyway, I got to get to my morning meeting. You all already know what I'm looking at. You already know what I'm into. I will keep you guys updated in the Discord about how everything's going. But yeah, as of now, just letting the trend play for me, letting people come in and try to buy against the news, try to continue to buy and let shorts enter in to continue to push this thing down. But anyway, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And they're calling me now. Oh yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and jump off. Peace. I don't even have time for the outro, Joe. Let me just yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna cut it because I gotta get to this meeting.